Alright everybody, I'm going to show you here a short video of how to prevent a pool equipment freezing or pool equipment plumbing damaging due to the freeze upcoming in Texas. We're located in Houston, Texas. Our company's Pools Infinite. You can find more videos on this channel about if you're in the earlier stages of the pool construction. So here we're going to start pretty much showing you. Once we get to the plumbing equipment right here, we're approaching to the equipment. First things you want to do is recognize and identify all your pool equipment, which pump does which. So in this case we have more than filter, we have filter and some other stuff. So first of all, the kind of equipment controls that you have. Here we have a Pentair IntelliCenter. So we go to features, make sure we turn everything off, and you have all the items that we need turned off. In this case we're turning on filter mode. If you got breakers here, you got to turn your breakers off to all your pumps. If you have more than one pump, you will more likely have more than one breaker, as I have here. Release the pressure on the filter first of all, just to be sure that you drain the filter a little bit. And I could have done differently. I could have go and start the other way, like drain the filter first, but in this case what I'm trying to do basically is to drain the water on the lines. See what I'm doing here, the water kind of gushing out. I could have gone a different way, but the concept is the same. You want to make sure that you drain the water on the line. So in this case, this particular pump is an IntelliFlow 3 from Pentair. So it has a drain plug right here, and most pumps will have it right below this canister, below the strainer basket. So this is the pump housing. You want to make sure you remove the plug and let the water drain. Like I say, my filter is a pretty large, it's a 500 square feet from Pentair, so I have a pretty large amount of water that's going to drain. So just leave it open, and if you don't want to waste water, you want to do it differently. Now in the electronic valves, you want to have the toggle switch in the back. Toggle it so you can manually rotate it in a way that is not turning off any of the lines. That way you're gonna drain the lines, the main lines, just make the water go down to, by gravity, it's gonna follow the level of the water in the pool. So what you want to have is you want to make sure that you have room in the pipes for the water to expand as it's freezing. So mainly the one thing that causes the breakage is the ice or the water when it freezes expands. So you want to have room in the canisters and the pump strainer baskets to basically have some room for expansion. So here I'm going to remove the lids of the drain plugs that I was telling you earlier on all of them, just to pretty much keep the strainer baskets empty. I have electronic valves, so you want to do the same thing. You want to put the valves in halfway. You might not have this electronic kind, but rather you might have this kind. Make sure that you put the handle in the middle of it. I have water in the check valves, and you might want to remove it from the screws and take them all open. Filter, drain plug, you're going to remove. Now if you have a salt cell, probably remove that connectors too, just to get the water out. You don't want to have any water in these units when it freezes. So this is pretty much all you got to do for now, and as long as you have your pumps open, or if your pumps have no water in the strainer, that's pretty much all you're going to need to do. If you have to remove more items than what I have, a lot of people have larger equipment setups, and in some cases you might have more than one pump, more than 3 pumps. You want to make sure you do it on all 3 or all the pumps you have, and that will get you pretty much your strainer baskets empty. That way you're gonna have less chances of damaging the pipes. What really breaks is these black parts of the valves, or this black parts of the plumbing. In this case, all valves they don't have really flexibility as the PVC lines might. So the PVC lines, wrapping them really doesn't prevent much. Eventually they get wet. Normally when we get these freezes, this kind of weathers, we're gonna have a little bit of drizzling or little bit of rain, so the combination of rain and all the cold is gonna make anything that you put on top, like blankets and whatnot, it's gonna be, you know, kind of like contributing to the freezing, so it might speed up the freeze instead of helping you out. In the valves right here, if you have this electric valves, you want to make sure you put them on service mode first before you can start rotating it. Otherwise, by the time that you let it go, and if anything changes on the panel, the status changes to an auto or to service or timeout, you probably get the valves to go back to the original position. So you want to make sure you put them on service mode before you manually change their position, like this right here, because like I said, these valves they don't have the handle like this all the way, but you know, it's just the same way as the ones that I'm talking about. So again, the check valves, you want to make sure you have them empty. If you can remove the screws, might as well remove the screws. You're not going to be able to run the pumps until all this is over, so might as well, you know, just keep them all empty. So this is it for this video, guys. I hope it was helpful. I'll give you some tips on how to prevent this freeze. Like I say, this is not the only way to prevent the freeze or damaging the pipes from freezing, but it's one of the ways that it works. It's very effective in most cases. In power outages, this is probably going to be your best bet. Not necessarily the way I'm doing it, but for sure this is one way you can go. I could run my equipment because I have a generator that can handle the whole equipment during the freeze, but I just rather do it this way because to me it's safer, and I don't have to be overloading my generator by you know, having all this equipment running. I have 3 pumps and they're all connected on a 240 circuits, so it's probably not convenient to have it running all simultaneously. And so that you know, this way we'll prevent from any damages if the power goes out, like I say, on anybody. So like and subscribe if you'd like to hear more information. On the next video, I'm gonna be uploading on how to restore everything back to its original position, to its original functioning mode, regular filtration mode. So keep watching the channel, keep an eye on the channel, but subscribe so you can get the notification when the channel is uploading a new video. Thank you for watching and stay safe.